Fertig, los, off you go. With first years today, we were working with MP3 microphones. They were working in groups and they were coming up with a little piece about their family. So they had drawn a picture, they had picked out the people in it, and then they'd written out what they were going to say about each person, whether they were going to describe them or give their names or whatever, and then they were using the little microphones to record.
Das ist mein Bruder, heißt Jimmy. Hat blaue Augen und rote Haare. Das ist mein Bruder, heißt Jimmy. Hat blaue Augen und rote Haare.
We were taking that picture then that they had drawn, scanning it on the computer, also then taking the audio and also putting it on the computer and combining them into a little story. It's a change from just using the book the whole time. I mean, the book will have a picture and they'll describe the people and they can read it. This idea is that they would actually be doing it. They will be practicing the written German. They will be practicing their communication skills, speaking, and you have the visual as well. So when you record them and play it back, they will hear themselves and hear, oh, I didn't pronounce that properly, or I have an accent here I shouldn't have. And at the end of the day, they would have a little digital copy of it, but they would also have written out lots of new sentences for revision, and they've got the words right, they've got them spelling correct. So you're practicing the written, the oral, the listening. And then what I can do then with the resources that we've developed is I can take them and use them in a different group and put up the picture, have the audio, and use as a listening comprehension.
Das ist meine Mutter. Sie heißt Mary. Sie hat blaue Augen und rote Haare.
We were using digital microphones, so it's a simple case of pressing the button to record. They say what they want to say, they stop, and they can play back through the microphone what they've said. Then at the bottom of the little microphone we use, there's a USB connection. So they literally click off the bottom and plug it into the computer, and that will then take the file in as an MP3, or I think it can be done as a WAV as well, so it's the different formats of sound. Sie haben diese Blätter, okay? Es gibt Fragen und Antworten. But transition is very similar to what we did first years. We're going to be using the microphones again, and they're going to be recording themselves. Now they're going to work in pairs, and the idea is that they are exchange partners meeting for the first time, and they're having a conversation, asking each other questions back and forth about themselves, their family, and again they're recording themselves. They're hearing themselves speaking German. That's the main thing. And at the end of the day, it does actually help them for the leaving certificate, because in the leaving certificate they have an oral exam, and the questions they're preparing now will do them for that. Plus they'll hear themselves speaking. So I think the fear will be gone from a one-on-one in an oral exam. This will help them, and they'll again be able to listen back and correct. Hallo, ich heiße Herr Flynn. Or if they don't mind, which they normally don't, we play it in front of the whole group and we do a bit of peer evaluation where the others would say, maybe you should have added in that there, or I'll zone in on one piece of grammar, the verb. You didn't get the verb ending there exactly correct, what should it be? And that helps. Am 18. April oder so. My objective is teaching them German, speaking, written, whatever. The technology is a tool that I would use. It's not the be-all and end-all. So in relation to technology, they would actually help an awful lot on that, because they would know it. And they'll take over your class computer and they'll use the mouse and they'll import the sound or they'll do the video without any difficulty whatsoever. And they love doing that. They love getting involved. It does take a little bit of time to begin with, but once you get into it, I think it does save time in the end, because the fact that you have everything on record, you can go back over it and you can zone in for a student, let's say, who again mightn't be getting the grammar part right when they're speaking, that you can help them on that. So you do have a record there that you can refer back to if need be. It opens up everything. It just shows them real life.